Israel vs. Iran Military Power Comparison 2025. This is a comparison of the Israeli Air Force versus the Iranian Air Force. We will go over the number of weapons, tanks, forces, manpower, air defense, jets, strategy, etc. Yet despite the huge disparity in population, Israel's military is ranked 10 times higher than that of Iran. However, in terms of combat vehicles, Iran has a larger number with 2,287 vehicles compared to Israel's 1,772 vehicles. Iran also has a larger navy, with 445 naval vessels compared to Israel's 198 naval vessels. In terms of air power, Iran has a larger air force with 285 combat aircraft compared to Israel's 60 combat aircraft. Iran's support for terrorist organizations in the region, such as Hezbollah and Hamas, poses a significant threat to Israel's security. Israel has carried out numerous airstrikes against these groups in Lebanon and Gaza. The presence of extremist groups, nuclear proliferation, and territorial disputes continue to fuel tensions in the region, and the possibility of a large-scale conflict cannot be ruled out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything. See you next time. On the other hand, Iran's nuclear program and ballistic missile program pose a potential threat to Israel's security. Israel has threatened to attack Iran's nuclear facilities if it believes that Iran is developing nuclear weapons. However, it should be noted that the quality and capability of Israel's Air Force are far superior to that of Iran's. Israel has carried out hundreds of airstrikes in Syria against Iranian and Hezbollah targets. These airstrikes have resulted in the deaths of Iranian and Hezbollah fighters, as well as Syrian soldiers. Similarly, Iranian drones and missiles fired from Syria into Israel have caused casualties on the Israeli side. This is because all of Iran's combat aircraft are either old and outdated or they are Russian-made, while Israel's combat aircraft are modern and they are either American-made or European-made. Israel's total military expenditure for 2022 is $23.7 billion, whereas Iran's is only $6.4 billion. But despite this huge gap in spending, Iran still has a larger number of active military personnel, with 640,000 active soldiers, while Israel has just 205,000 active soldiers. However, this is not a fair comparison, as Iran has a mandatory military service for both men and women. While Israel only has mandatory military service for men, Iran has a population of around 85 million people, and Israel has a population of around 9 million people. In terms of tanks, Israel has a slight advantage over Iran, with 391 tanks compared to Iran's 279 tanks. In terms of military equipment, both countries have a significant number of air defense systems. Iran has 84 surface-to-air missile systems, and Israel has 72 surface-to-air missile systems. Both countries also have a large number of small arms in their militaries. In conclusion, although Iran has a larger military in terms of manpower and some equipment, Israel's military is far more advanced and capable than Iran. This is due to several factors, including the disparity in military spending, the quality of equipment, and the level of training and experience of the personnel. Moreover, Israel has a well-developed military industry that produces advanced and innovative equipment for its military, while Iran's military industry is not as advanced. Despite the differences in their militaries, both countries pose a threat to each other's security. It is important to note that both countries have suffered casualties during the conflict in Syria. Overall, the military situation in the region is tense, and there is always the potential for hostilities to escalate. If you want to know more about the Israeli-Arab war, click here.